India is about to become the #1 country with most foreign students abroad, and this industry is not the same anymore. Study abroad, it used to be like you have 1 crore rupees or 50 lakh rupees, just invest in any average university, state university, or top 150 university in the world, US, Canada, kahin pe bhi, and you get a job and life is set. But it is not the same anymore. I see students at Georgia Tech leaving behind 50 lakh to 1 crore package in India to come to the US, doing brain train for India, and then studying in the top universities. And like, even if you go to top university like UC Berkeley, then the professor posts like, yeah, just studying here doesn't mean you're gonna get a job. The top feeder Google University, that is UC Berkeley, professor of that is saying ki just studying here doesn't mean you're gonna get a job. So things are changing, and that's why today I present the roadmap for you to how to study abroad and how to leave that mediocrity mindset behind and come to the US with winner mindset. So first of all, I am Harnoor. I chose to study abroad in the US 8 years ago with a simple decision कि यार I wanted to pursue computer science, and in India if I wanted computer science I had to get first of all the right rank in JEE, IIT, and which I probably knew ki I will not get. I will either not get the best university or I will get a decent university and not the major, not computer science that I really wanted to. And that simple decision influenced me to study abroad and to target universities that give me scholarship. And in my entire study abroad journey, if one thing that has worked for me is basically choosing the right university at the right location and working with the right people with the right finances that I imagined. And now let me tell you why it became possible. I put myself in a situation where do and die was the only option that I had. Like majority of the people, like 45% of Fortune 500 companies and like around like 50% of the startups coming right now are through immigrants or their children. So this is happening because they are trained to be in a situation if they don't do something big, they will go back home. And on the other hand, yeah, India may with 1 to 2 lakh rupees income per month, when you can afford basically good food, good housing, good transportation, you feel like life is set up. Parents ko support kar pa rahe ho, you stay in that mediocrity mindset because you have an option to. In the US, when you are almost under the bus, if you will not do something big, you will go home. That's why you create magic. That's why you create opportunities. That's why people try to get into O1 visa to become an entrepreneur. That's why people to go above and beyond so that they can live in the US and they don't have to go back to India. Now, with this mindset in mind, when you put yourself in this situation, you're forced to make great things happen. And now, if you are going to put yourself into the study abroad situation, going through all the challenges and solving them, and while creating magic while solving these problems, you will be able to make the best of study abroad. So, let me tell you what are the steps you need to take to choose the best university and maybe to study in the program you want to, and then how to make best of it. So, number one, uniform. मेरी journey में I have always said Three Idiots का dialogue, अच्छे school में जाने के लिए you don't need to pay the tuition fee. You don't need to maybe get accepted to the top university. You just need uniform, and you need to find the best zip code that works best for you. So Naval once said that choose these three things properly: what you work on, who you work with, and your zip code. So I got lucky that I chose the zip code which was surrounded by the biggest tech hub in the US and close to a great university like Georgia Tech, where I got rejected from, but at the same time, around 2 miles away from that university, I got accepted with a scholarship. So with this, I was able to network with the best people. Unhi ke gym mein jana, going to all their hackathons, winning their hackathon, and getting internship from Georgia Tech's hackathon. So this was only possible because of right zip code. Number two, finances over everything. Because I had less financial pressure in my mind, I was able to live to the fullest. I cut down my living expenses, the $300 to $400 per month. And because I didn't have a lot of financial burden, I was able to be bit more free over the decisions I can take. If you have, let's say, 2 to 3 crore of financial burden, 200 to $300,000 of loan, you will be, of course, you will be in a pressure to do better things, but that pressure can break you as well. So make sure you choose a university which gives you less financial burden and a better zip code, so you're studying at the best location at the cheapest price. Number 3, peer group. So birds of feather flock together. This is a very popular quote. If you somehow network with the like-minded people who have a goal to do something big, maybe who are immigrants, maybe who are international students like you, who have a goal in mind, you will be able to become like that. And you know that your average of 5 people in your life. So choose your friends properly, and always, make new friends every single time. Go to new networking events. Like, you can easily Google top networking events in your city, in the country, and you can travel to and choose your network and evolve at any point of time. So I tell people that every day you have to go 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. outside, where you find people to coincidentally meet and intentionally meet as well. For example, I go to the Georgia Tech's gym, and there I find so many talented people. So coincidentally I get to meet, and intentionally I say hi, what you work on, and take interest. And I randomly find people who are going to be working in NASA, who will be working at maybe Google, Facebook, and you make that happen just by getting out of that comfort zone and leaving that house and going where people are. Now, why the US? Like, theoretically, मैं नहीं बताऊंगा कि US has the best opportunities, and for every problem there's a solution. Yeah, there are a lot of problems, but in practice, let me tell you how was my journey like. I wanted to get internship in my first year. I got it not by simply just going to networking events, no, but by applying to thousands of positions, being consistent and applying to 30 to 40 opportunities every day, talking to every single possible connection in my circle and getting advice from them. So if you are consistent and you जब आपके पास ऑप्शन ही नहीं होती, when you put yourself in do or die situation कि yeah, I want to pay my tuition fees on my own, I want to make it happen, somehow things do happen and it changes your life. I see people, trust me, I see people who are funded by their parents, relaxed stage में, and they apply to 5 to 10 positions a day. उनको internship नहीं मिलती. But people who are like, if I don't get internship, I'm going home, if they have that kind of mindset, they make it happen. They get internships, full-time opportunities as well. So bigger the pressure, bigger the stakes are, you're able to make things possible as well. And that's why I think US is the country where for every problem there is a solution. Number 2, the syllabus. India mein yaar, like, the syllabus is like, it's a piece of paper and every professor sticks to that. But in the US, it's even in classroom, they don't care about what was planned. They care about what you want to learn. If you say that you want to learn Java 25, if you say you want to learn Transformers 2.1, or if you want to learn ChatGPT 4.5, or after 4 something else comes, you can ask for it and they will make it happen. Even if in the classroom it's not possible, you go out of your classroom and achieve that, because the projects are not outdated projects anymore. You ask and professors make it happen. So there's a popular saying that technology moves faster than businesses can evolve. That is still true in the US, but people are encouraging enough to move fast with technology and make the university cope up with that. But in India, I still see people learning Java 6. I still see people learning the outdated technologies, which makes me sad. And here there are more people willing to to cope up with change. And the most important thing is कि they don't make you cram things जो आपको जरूरत ही नहीं है. For example, you're allowed to have a calculator. They give you the calculator, they give you maybe open book assignments, or take home assignments, because they want you to solve the problems which are not solved and to force you to innovate. Currently in the US, there is a lot of hate as well for people who are going to college, because Elon Musk even says that college is not important, but at the same time, for his positions on Tesla, SpaceX, he says that, experience is needed, college degree is needed. You will see many job positions by Elon Musk. Even though he says college is trash, he will say in his job positions, he want a college degree. So that is very hypocritical movement happening in the US. And that is happening because people are saying in the US, yeah, if you can become maybe with a boot camp in the US, a programmer, or maybe 6-week program, a truck driver. So if there are so many opportunities in the US, with few weeks of training, you can get a job Why spend 4 years? That is the argument they are making. But at the same time, it is true, if you want to have a specialized knowledge in software engineering, AI, you really need a degree. Maybe you don't need like maybe multiple years of degree, but few years of degree is definitely important. You don't need multiple masters, multiple PhDs, but a bachelor's degree can be very helpful to accelerate your career in a specialized path. So now with that being said, let's learn how to study abroad and how to have the winner mindset in this journey. Number one is going to be grades, because grade is the first step. When universities open your profile, they'll be like, if your grades, for example, if you look up for Georgia Tech grades, like you can go to admits.fi, or you can see the history of that university, whether you're taking GRE, GMAT, SAT or ACT, undergrad or masters. Make sure you try your best, even if it takes extra attempt of taking that exam. Make sure you do it and get the best grade possible. Number two is grades, especially in English proficiency as well. And the only test I recommend all the students is TOEFL, because TOEFL is the only test which is accepted by 100% of the US universities, over 6,000 plus universities in the US, and that also in 160 plus countries. And here is a list of top universities which accept TOEFL as well, like Arizona State University, Boston, UC Berkeley, etc. And all of these top schools do have a number written to the minimum score they want in TOEFL, and most of the scores are like 80. When I took the TOEFL exam, minimum at Georgia Tech and Georgia State was 79, and I got 80. My English was really bad, but some universities even have the standard of 100 plus, 90 plus. So do respect that minimum criteria. And TOEFL keeps on enhancing and better the test to meet the requirements of the younger generation, especially Gen Zs. So it is shorter and can be completed in less than 2 hours. And most importantly, TOEFL is never scored at a test center, but it is at a secure centralized scoring network, and in just one sitting the whole test is graded, and the speaking part is graded by a human rater and AI scoring, so you are all set in just one session. And most importantly, you get test prep worth 7,500 rupees for free on Test Ready platform by ETS, because TOEFL is from the brand called ETS, and thanks to ETS for partnering on this video as well, because it is typically a Gen Z level exam now. You have free resources available online, and less than 2 hours you are all set with the English proficiency test. And TOEFL by ETS also give you the test ready material with the roadmaps. You get access to mock test, which is timed with a stop clock, and performance based feedback, so you can figure out what questions went wrong. So this official test guide will help you the best way, because the questions will also be in the same format in the updated 2024 and 2025 ways on the official website. You also have an option to actually purchase more mock tests if you want to, which are very affordable, starting at 249 rupees as well. What are you waiting for? Go check out the TOEFL official test guide in the description below, and thank you so much for ETS to sponsoring this video as well. Now with grades covered, let's talk about statement of purpose, because statement of purpose you have to show with examples rather than telling I am like, the topper. Show that I am topper because I maybe I'm like participating a lot in my classroom, and I am getting the right grades, and I have great connection with the teacher by showing this awards, this examples, that how you exceeded the expectations of the classroom by building projects, helping your classmates, and making a good impression with the teacher. So show with examples, whether it's classroom, whether it's in a research project, whether it's a internship, whether it's a project outside university or outside your school. So make sure you share these stories in the statement of purpose, in your essay as well, with concrete examples. And with these 2 to 3 examples, you'll be towards the goal of the university. And read as many past essays as possible. Read what is the mission statement of the university, and try to incline your mindset with the mission statement, your essay with the mission statement, so you are in coherent with the mission statement. And university will be like, my mission statement is to maybe to hire someone or to have someone in STEM, and if you show STEM focus essay, you will be more inclined towards that mission. Number 3 step is to get waivers in your application fee. So let's say you apply for a university $75 application fee, you can get all waived off. On Common App, if you're applying for undergrad, there's a check mark. If they don't have that check mark, you can email the university, I cannot afford the application fee, they will help you out. So most of the students are able to get application fee waived off if they just try hard that they cannot afford and email them. They give the option every single time. I remember when I was applying for masters at Georgia State University, because I was an undergraduate student, I asked, can we get an application waiver? By going to that admission department, they just sent us an email with a coupon code. So it was as easy as that. And same magic you need to do on your letters of recommendation. One thing I'll add on is, if you want to prove that you are the best, you should also show what you're leaving behind. You can say that, you got great opportunities in India and you're leaving behind those to come to that university. It shows that you are not like needy. You're not like, I just want to go to MIT because this is the best for me. I don't have anything else to do in my life, so that's why I want to go to MIT. You can show that in India also, I am going to MIT or whatever university you're going to because I have more interest in MIT, but at the same time, I have opportunities in India as well, which I think are amazing, but I prefer MIT's opportunity. So project in that story so that it's not like कि यार मेरे पास एक ही opportunity है. You have multiple opportunities, but you're more inclined to take that. So if a question like that comes, why MIT? Prove and write like this rather than saying कि MIT is my only dream, blah blah blah. No, you have to show कि you are not needy. Just like you ask a girl कि you don't like call the girl you want to meet every hour, right? You're not needy. So similarly, you need to write the essay in a non-needy way. Now, next step, scholarships. There is like need-based scholarship, merit-based scholarship, and also like, the jobs you do, teaching assistantship, research assistantship. So study those, study how to get all of these, try to apply for all of these that are possible on that university's webpage, and, make sure you are ahead of the game, because many of these jobs, they run out really fast on a rolling basis. Just say people get accepted, they are basically taken. So while you're applying for the university, try as soon as like the month of March, if you're coming for fall, so March to August, this is like the time to get jobs. So March to August, I'll say that start with March, like March when admissions get rolled out, start applying for jobs, and March say August, like as soon as you start applying for teaching assistantship, research assistantship, or even while applying, research assistantship and teaching assistantship can be applied for while you apply for the university in December as well, November as well. But other jobs, you have to be ahead of the game. March to August, that will be the roadmap I'll project. Now, here the big question: how to not be a mediocre student, how to be, a student with abundance mindset. And that is only possible if you, first of all, in your X, like Twitter, LinkedIn, you follow the right people, whether they are YC founders, whether they are like, for example, I just saw the post of Arvind Srinivasan. He's hiring for a C++ developer for Perplexity. So if you find these right people, follow them on LinkedIn and X, you can get ahead of the game in finding opportunities. So many times Elon Musk has tweeted he is hiring, and he has hired so many Tesla engineers just through Twitter. So it's really important to be on fingertips of these founders, YC founders, new Series A founders, because they hire through social media networks. So enable notifications on X or LinkedIn for these people so you are staying up to date. Number two would be try to meet them. When you go to San Francisco, go to these events like, Dreamforce conference, Stripe Sessions conference, Python conference, Next.js conference. I've been to so many of these. You feel like, these people are not waiting for a job to go to these conferences. They are building stuff and trying to hire through these conferences. I see so many YC founders hiring at these conferences. So you really need to be fast in the game. There are more founders looking for employees there as compared to people finding jobs there. So if you just go to these right places, you'll be like, I have no competition. I am a Next.js developer. There is like 10 founders. I need to choose a founder to work on. So you get abundance mindset when you go to these events, because like, let me tell you, when these founders hire, they want to hire an engineer really fast. So they believe in hire fast and fire fast rule, majority of them, and they believe the person who is in their circle, in their location, they're more inclined to hire, and that's always the case. So being in this game, and most importantly, going every single day where you find people, whether it's gym, whether it's in the university events, free food events, every place where you find new people to meet and network, you have to be there. एक rule लगा लो कि 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. you have to be outside house, or 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. you have to be outside house, meeting people, finding where people are. So coincidentally or intentionally, you will meet the right people and you will be in that abundance mindset, because you will see so many great people working on different problems, and one problem can be the right fit for you, where you find your next internship, next startup, and next venture. So that will be it. That is my biggest advice. I hope this video helps you out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.